So today I'm in Curaçao, and Curaçao is obviously the country, well, it's still part of the Netherlands, but it's the place where the drink Curaçao comes from. We've got a tour booked to explore the island and check out some caves, and then after that I'm going to explore the dock area and see what's around there. So I'm still on the island tour. I've not had a chance to do a lot of filming yet. So we went into a big house. It's kind of like a museum with some modern art in there as well as some old relics. I wasn't that interested in that, but I think my parents quite enjoyed it. Saw a few sites around the island, mainly architecture. Quite beautiful, very colourful buildings. I was quite disappointed yesterday. I didn't get to see any flamingos too close, but we got quite close to some today. Got some nice photos of that. And then we've just been to the Hato Caves. The only thing is you weren't allowed to take photos or film except for one little room, so I didn't really get to film much of that or take photos, but saw a few bats, quite similar to other caves that I've been to in the past, although these ones were above sea level, which meant they're actually a lot warmer, so it was really warm inside, although they were definitely much smaller and seemed to be less to explore compared to the caves I've been into in like Slovenia, New Zealand and wherever else that I've been to in the past. There's Curaçao tasting now. Don't know what the first one was. It's really hard because I've got 3 little shots here. So, first one's like an orangey colour. Ooh, that's quite nice.
Oh, triple sec, I think the first one.
Second was, triple sec.
Which one you like?
First was triple sec. Second is tamarind.
I like the tamarind.
Ooh. Don't like that, it's more like pear, isn't it?
I love pear.
Not so keen on that. Last one's coffee. I don't like coffee that much. But I did have coffee tequila when I was in Mexico, and that was really good. So. Not so keen on that. First one, triple sec, that was the best one. But there's all different colours and flavours here with different Curaçao. So I might look in a shop and maybe even get a bottle. So we finished the tour. It wasn't bad. The tour guide was really good. She was really energetic and fun and informative. So in downtown, we're just having a look around. I thought there might be some nice bars and cafes here, but I haven't really found many yet. But there is this. So there's a few of these around the island, and they're known as Chi-Chi dolls. And you can actually buy little souvenirs of them as well. And they're designed by a local artist. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to check out yet. There is a bit of street art that I'd like to see, but I can do that on the way back to the ship. So I think the plan is to go across Queen Emma Bridge to the other side of the harbour. So our attempts to cross the Queen Emma Bridge have not gone to plan. As you can see, there is no bridge. And that's because it's a bridge that moves to let big ships through like this. It's actually a floating bridge. It's on little floating things. And when the big ships have to go through, it kind of swings around to the side and you can't get across. Although there are ferries you can get, which are free of charge. I think we're going to try and wait, because hopefully it won't be too long until the bridge is back in place. And it looks like the bridge is moving around, and I don't think it will take too long. We're now on the Queen Emma Bridge, almost in the centre. It didn't feel too normal until we got towards the centre. It feels a bit more bouncy. I don't know if that's all the different people walking on here that's making it feel like that, or if it always feels like that because it's floating. It's known as the Punda Hearts, which are all various padlocks that you see in lots of different cities, usually on bridges and all sorts. It's really busy here at the moment. So I haven't got a lot of time till the ship departs, but I wanted to check out a couple of the walls with street art on it. So this one is the naked chicken, but actually a rooster, not a chicken. Unfortunately, because it's overcast, it's not quite as bright, but it is a bit faded as well. And there's a lot of street art in this area. I'm not going to have time to explore it properly, but there's just one last thing I want to see before I run back to the bar where Alex and Robin are next to the ship, and it's the colourful steps. It does seem like I see a lot of different steps as I travel the world, so it only seems fitting that I managed to see these ones too. So I've seen pretty much everything I wanted to see in Curaçao, and I'd say I prefer Curaçao to Bonaire. Bonaire was still nice, don't get me wrong, it was interesting. I think this is the prettier island, but it is the bigger island. There just seems to be more here, lots of colourful buildings, as there were in Bonaire, but more so here. And I got to see more flamingos here than I did in Bonaire. I'm back on board. Alex and Robin are a bad influence because we found a nice bar. Actually, it was a really, really cool bar, not far from the ship, although I think it was further away than we realised. So we left the bar at about 20 past and we had to be back on board by 30:30. Alex and Robin had missed calls on their phone. It turned out it was a ship. They were wondering where we were. We were told we weren't due back on board, or the latest time to be back on board was 5:30. It was 5:20. We would have made it for 5:30. We were the last three to get back on the ship. So as we were walking up and trying to get there quickly, I think we would have made it in time. Then there was like a guy in a little car type thing. What are they called? I don't know. Little car type thing. He pulls up, he says, get in. We ran, we jumped in. He drove really quick to the ship. There were lots of people on their balconies looking out at us, making sure we got on the ship. But we got back in time. I think Robin was kind of panicked that we were late, but we were not late. And we made it with 5 minutes to spare. It was fine. And we had a lot of the staff and the crew sort of complimenting us and saying, that's the way to arrive in style. And we did.